I doubt if you can hear me.
I think I would just have to go that way.
After last week's fabulous Postman's Walk, we visit a Harris Tweed retailer.
I was vlogged, was it? Oh no!
And experience probably our worst night in Merlin.
Welcome to the channel. We are Graham and Ellie. We are Wizard in the Wild.
Last time you saw us giving up and driving away from the Scalpay lighthouse as we couldn't park. We decided to drive back to Tarbert to visit a Harris Tweed retail shop, and then we planned a wild camp near Reinigeadal. This turned out to be very wild. With hindsight, it wasn't a good choice this night. We probably should have gone elsewhere.
So I suppose we have to leave Scalpay. It's a shame we can't sort of actually find anywhere to stop because there's some lovely views, but we just haven't really got much chance.
Yeah,
there's nowhere to stop, is there,
No.
Gray?
You would think they'd have more parking at the lighthouse than they did, wouldn't you, really?
Yeah. And some of the roads are just too narrow, really. Hey, up, look, more sheep. Hope they're not arguing still. They don't seem in a rush to move. Oh, look. Oh, he's got a bad leg. Oh. Oi, mate, listen. Move. Thank you. So we're just about to cross the Scalpay Bridge and oh look, there's a sign saying caution, otters crossing. No otters today, but definitely a lovely view. And as always, when I'm trying to record something, Jazz just has to get in on it. Jazzy? At this point, I'm getting very excited. Can you work out why? What could this be? Yes, I'm in my happy place.
Ooh, the colours are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
So this is like the end product of what we saw yesterday. You ought to get one.
Well, they're ladies' colours.
Well, no, they have men's type. I see a lot of men wearing pink these days, mate. Beautiful.
Would you like cacao?
Yeah, some of those are just gorgeous, aren't they? I love the pink and some of the pinks up the end there. You reckon I ought to buy a scarf?
I do, yeah.
The table runner's really nice though. Look at that. That would be amazing. I'd like that actually for the house because that's like something you keep and you can see it every day.
Did you manage to see the
You know, buy it for our nice table.
Yeah.
I was like a kid in a sweet shop. I didn't know what to film first.
Oh, he's still away. He's retired weaving now, so he's obviously he's still weaving away.
They're all the same.
He's not as busy as he used to be.
Are they?
Yeah, they're two.
They're just narrower, aren't they?
Still there.
Yeah, they're narrow.
Yeah. Oh, it's stunning. They do placemats and coasters as well. Great.
I was actually overwhelmed by the choice and could not make a decision. So in the end, I asked the very helpful chap serving to make a choice for me, and I asked him to choose the colours that best represented the Outer Hebrides. And this is what he chose.
And it turns out the fabric that he chose for us is called Harris Tweed McLeod tartan cloth.
So choice made, what are we going to get him to make?
Sean.
Yeah, my name's Sean Campbell.
Sean Campbell, there we go.
There we go.
You could end up in a vlog, there we are,
Oh,
famous.
I was vlogged, was it? Oh no!
As long as you don't mind.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
So this is Sean.
No, it's destroyed.
Yeah, he's ripping it to
You're
shreds.
ripping it to
Don't get
shreds.
rid of those bits. I'll have
Oh well, I keep those aside, and that's where afterwards. This is where
What happens to them? Oh, I see.
just for anybody who wants to do. Oh, there's so many different things that people. I've seen some
Felting?
people. Yeah, there you go. And I've seen people will do pictures of, like, say, like with the Haiti cow I've got there.
Yeah,
People might pick out some of the
tinsel,
sort of maybe
yeah.
even like the citrus colour and make a shape out of it. I've seen.
I might
there's
have
so
to buy
many
a
different
bag.
sort of projects.
I'll
Yeah.
have a bag of that as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Fad that you've done with fabrics, whether that's tweed, Harris tweed, or anything else.
Well, what I tend to do is this with some of it and then incorporate it into the actual felted, you know, the wool itself.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't know if I was filming you, Sean. Sorry. Sean Campbell, you said.
Sean Campbell, yes.
Yes, that's all
You're
right.
embarrassing me.
I am. I know.
Yeah.
How many times do you need my name?
Oh, that's fine.
So
Yeah,
you
well, that's fine. I've been quite happy to do these things over the years, but I'm not a big fan of seeing myself in these things, to be honest, because
bless
that's
you.
where my mother's and my mother, though, that's where she should really be a good part of the face of the industry, to be honest. She was one of, I suppose, the few in the beginning that really sort of diversified tweed into many other sort of products as such, really.
What did Sean make for us? He made us a beautiful table runner, which has pride of place on our dining room table. And if you're curious as to what I do with those big bags of scraps that I buy, this is what I do.
She turns them into little works of art.
After that lovely visit to the Harris Tweed shop, we're off to find our park up for tonight. And sorry to say, the weather hasn't actually improved very much. In fact, it's getting decidedly worse. On the left here you see the Moe fish processing plant. They process salmon here, and the fish farms where the salmon are kept are further down the loch. If we'd known what was to come, we'd have chosen this little spot as our park up for the night.
This is the road that the residents of Reinigeadal fought so hard for to get the road built. We mentioned it yesterday. You can see why it was such a difficult road to build.
The weather just keeps getting worse and worse. I do feel sorry for Graham because it's quite a narrow road as well.
There's no let up in the weather, and as we round this bend we can see our park up on the right. We both feel pretty good about this park up, but that proved to be a mistake.
I don't know if you can hear me, it's really blowing and raining and whatnot here. Just frying off some vegan sausages that I've made into little balls. Going to make a stew for tonight. We're trying out these Jamie Oliver curried chickpeas. I'm also going to add a Plant Chef's curry soup and peas and carrots. Nice and easy. So we add the curried chickpeas to the soup and the sausages. Stir it all.
So
So that's what you want on a very wild, wet and windy night, isn't it, Gray?
A soupy stew thing.
A soupy stew thing, sort of with a hint of curry flavour. Smells nice, doesn't it?
It's lovely, yeah.
Smells of curry
Yeah.
and coconut. Because that's what it's like out there. Yeah. So you've definitely got to have something that's nice and cosy.
You know, one of my favourite things is naan bread. Look what I have to put up with these days.
That's close.
Just ordinary bread.
Crust of bread.
Well, it's crust, yeah.
He's got a crust of bread. Sorry, love. Time to sterilise the dishcloth. Well, it's time for bed, but something's telling us we're not going to get a lot of sleep tonight. Don't even know if you can hear me above this noise. But it's ridiculous. We're trying to sleep. And it's just really bad. It's very windy. It's the noise as well. Hear the rain thundering on the van. Poor little Luna's shaking like a jelly. Poor little thing.
Don't sleep much.
No, it's about 1:30 in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it goes silent and then suddenly it comes back with a real force. It's not even constant, is it? It's just, the wind just suddenly builds, and at the moment we just got the wind, but within a few minutes it'll just be hammering it down with rain again. It feels like being in a car wash, doesn't it? The dog's Maya's sleeping alright. I just checked on Jazz, she's okay. Just wrapped her up again. But yeah, it's quite hard to sleep with this going on. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit much really. But I knew it was going to be like this. But of course we're in quite an exposed place. We thought maybe the hills might help a bit, but I think the wind's thwacking down from the sea, down the loch and swirling round. So yeah, all good fun.
Well, it's just gone 6 o'clock. Up here on the edge of the cliffs. I don't think we've had any sleep tonight, but
No.
there's maybe the odd days. But the wind is absolutely awful still. Big mistake staying here really. Should have bitten the bullet and gone somewhere else. But it wasn't too bad early evening. So. Anyway, we're not feeling up for very much, so we have to find somewhere to have a little kick later.
Anyway, I'm going to turn this light off and try and get back to sleep. All part of the adventure. Hopefully see you in the morning. What you doing, Jazzy? What you doing? Where's that tail? Where's that tail? Where's that tail? Are you nice and warm? Are you nice and warm? Hiya. Someone's excited to see us, I think, this morning. It's a bit blowy, wouldn't it, mate? Not good for sleeping. No, not good for sleeping. No. So I think we had our worst night that we've had since we came on this trip last night. I think we made a bit of a mistake. Even though this place we're at is stunning, but when they forecast gale force winds and you park in an open spot, I suppose you're asking for trouble. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of sleep at all, really. It wasn't even so much that the van was rocking, because Graham was very sensible and parked Merlin. We had his backside to the wind, so we weren't side on. We couldn't park nose in because we always like to face out in case we need to drive away. So we did the best of a bad job, really. But I think it really was form over function. We thought, let's go for a nice view. We might be protected by the hills around us, but we absolutely were not. And none of us, including the dogs, got much sleep at all. I think we had about an hour and a half. So we're all really tired today. Small consolation that friends of ours who did park sensibly on one of the other islands, who are up here at the moment, they also had a bad night. The wind was really bad there, and they were able to park next to a small building, like a toilet block, and they said it was pretty bad there where they were as well. So I think it would have been hard to find a park up that wasn't windy. But yeah, this has been the toughest night so far. This is one of our hardest park ups, I think. But look at this now, the sun's out. It's still windy. It all seems better in the day, doesn't it? Picnic bench out there, with a fallen over bin. Somehow I don't think we'll be having our morning coffee out there today. Do you?
Definitely not.
Look at that though. You can see why we were beguiled by this, can't you? You know, what's not to love? It's worth the lack of sleep. What do you think, Luna? Huh? Seems to have calmed down a bit now.
Well, we probably should have moved on last night because it was so windy here. We didn't get much sleep, as you've probably seen. But I just wanted to show you the views we've got from our bed, so you can perhaps appreciate why we wanted to stay here. Even though it wasn't maybe a good idea. And over that hill there, we just caught the, a few hours back, we caught the moon just setting on that hill. So that was rather nice. I don't think we took a picture of it though.
So I don't know if you can see it in the mist and murk ahead, but there's land on that there horizon, and that is Uig on Skye. That's the yeah, that's the mainland. Skye in the distance there. I'm having to do this quickly from inside the van because in 2 minutes the weather will change again and you won't see it. As you can see from those dark, dark clouds. Beautiful though, absolutely stunning. So Maya just wants to thank everyone who's bought the dogs a treat this month. You know who you are, thank you so much. What'd you have to say, Maya? You're going to say thank you? Good girl. Thank you, everybody, for your generosity, keeping me in the manner to which I'd like to become accustomed.
It keeps changing. Blue sky and rain at the moment. Yesterday, when we did the postman's walk, if we'd been able to carry on, this trail is where we would have walked. I think it's a very tough walk at this point. Youngsters or fit pensioners only for this bit, I think.
So I think we'll be going to Stornoway this morning. I need to get food from the co-op. ready for the next few days. And then I think we'll try and find somewhere to park up. Sorry if you got some weird light going on my face. It's because the sun's out. I'll show you. Anyway, that's us this morning. We'll pick you up during the day.
This is a funny thing with our plates, look. Just... And if you have a big bit of chicken or cheese on one side, it always goes like that. So you have to balance it out. Any comments to stop these plates spinning? Now Ellie said that she'd be quite happy to have a shower in that little waterfall. I don't think so. Well, as we're so close to the village of Reinigeadal, and the villagers fought so hard to get this road built, that we ought to drive down to the village and pay our respects. Maybe we would see Kenny Mackay, who was the postman, and evidently still lives in the village. Reinigeadal is a tiny settlement. Before 1990, when the road opened, the Postman's Walk and this little cove were the only way to get supplies in. You won't find any shops, cafes, restaurants or pubs here. In fact, electricity only came to the hamlet in 1980.
This is the end of the road. Just about 4 or 5 little houses and that's your lot. Luckily a space to turn around. Had to be done though, didn't it? Would have been rude not to, Greg. It would have been rude not to. Is that the post box that the postman had to collect from all those years ago?
Oh, sad to be leaving really, but we do need to go and do a food shop.
And just up the road we find this end of the Postman's Walk that we started at the lock yesterday. This is where it joins the road into Reinigeadal. It's also where we're going to end the vlog this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Join us next week when hopefully we will get on that ferry.
If you're enjoying following our adventures in Scotland, please do like, subscribe and most importantly do remember to comment. More comments will help us to keep producing more vlogs for you on YouTube, so do keep them coming.